From Reagan to Clinton, from Bush Sr. to Bush Jr., every meeting he had with these White House owners was not just a simple photo, but an intersection of music and power, a dialogue between art and the times. These precious moments recorded Michael Jackson's glory and witnessed the changes in American history. On May 14, 1984, a legendary moment came to the White House. Michael Jackson, a legend in the music industry. He was the first African American to enter the sacred halls of the White House. He is not only a superstar, but also an artist who changes the world with music. In the same year, he dedicated his classic song, Beat It, to the U.S. National Anti-Drunk Driving Public Service advertisement. He awakened countless people's awareness of safety with the power of music, sparking a huge social stir. To honor his outstanding contributions to this public service effort, President Ronald Reagan personally invited him to the White House. This was not just a simple meeting. It was a celebration of honor. President Reagan and First Lady Nancy personally welcomed Michael Jackson in the White House garden, paying the highest tribute to this music giant. On the White House lawn, thousands of spectators gathered, waving flags and chanting Michael's name. When Michael Jackson appeared on the steps of the White House, the scene instantly erupted into deafening cheers. At that moment, he was not just the king of music, but the perfect embodiment of the American dream. On April 5, 1990, the White House Rose Garden witnessed a legendary moment of honor. Michael Jackson, the legendary figure in the music world, once again walked into the sacred halls of the White House. This time, he was not just a superstar, but also a philanthropist who changed the world with music and love, receiving a grand reception from then-President George H.W. Bush. This meeting was not only an acknowledgement of Michael Jackson's musical achievements. This was also a tribute to his charitable work. During the ceremony, President George H.W. Bush personally presented Michael Jackson with the Artist of the Decade Award to honor his profound impact on music and culture in the 1980s. At this moment, Michael Jackson is not only the king of music, but also the symbol of the times. President Bush said affectionately in his speech, "Michael Jackson, your music has not only changed the world, but also lit up the hearts of countless people. You are a true artist." He is also a humanitarian light. He praised Michael Jackson's musical achievements and highly praised his outstanding contributions to charity. Michael Jackson gave a brief and sincere speech after winning the award, thanking the President and First Lady Barbara Bush. "Thank you for your recognition and support. Music and charity are the most important parts of my life, and I hope that through my efforts, I can make this world a better place." This meeting was not just an important moment in Michael Jackson's career, but also a brilliant chapter in his legendary journey. A brilliant chapter. He not only achieved great success in music, but also made an indelible contribution to social responsibility. Michael Jackson proved to the world what a true legend is through his music and actions. On January 19, 1993, Bill Clinton was officially inaugurated as President of the United States, and Michael Jackson attended the inauguration ceremony at the Lincoln Memorial as one of the special guests. During the ceremony, Michael Jackson performed alongside other stars. Before the performance, he shared the story of his friend Ryan White, urging people to show more love and care for AIDS patients. When President Clinton met Michael Jackson, he expressed that he was a fan of Michael's, and mentioned that his whole family were fans too. Michael Jackson's performance received a standing ovation, and he sang "Gone to Sin" while calling for attention to AIDS patients. Michael Jackson and President Clinton interacted multiple times at charity events, with President Clinton expressing high appreciation for Michael Jackson's charitable work. The two exchanged insights at charity events multiple times. For instance, at a gala for cancer research, Michael Jackson met President Clinton again, where they not only discussed their charitable plans in depth, but also took a photo together. The interaction between Michael Jackson and President Bill Clinton was not only reflected in Clinton's wonderful performance at the inauguration ceremony, but also in their common pursuit and interaction in philanthropy. President Clinton's contribution to Michael Jackson's music and charity. He received high praise, and Michael Jackson also used his influence to promote the development of various charitable causes. After leaving office, Carter actively engaged in charitable and humanitarian work, founding the Carter Center, which is dedicated to promoting peace and human rights. He also participated in international Habitat for Humanity activities for many years, helping impoverished families around the world build homes. For his contributions to promoting peace and human rights, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. Carter devoted his life to promoting social justice and peace. His political ideas and humanitarian spirit made him one of the most influential presidents in American history. Michael Jackson and former U.S. President Jimmy Carter on May 5, 1993. In Atlanta, they jointly promoted the Heal Our Children, Heal the World initiative and launched a comprehensive vaccination campaign as part of the Atlanta Project. This event was one of the most extensive vaccination programs in the U.S. at the time, vaccinating 17,000 children in just 5 days. They later collaborated to help vaccinate children in Los Angeles. UNICEF estimates that vaccinations can prevent 2 to 3 million child deaths each year. Earlier that year, in January, President Carter accepted Michael Jackson's invitation. Of course, this was part of a national initiative where Michael Jackson actively participated in various charitable activities in 2002, such as performing at a Democratic National Committee fundraiser at the Apollo Theater in Harlem, New York, which helped raise $3 million for campaign registration. Michael Jackson was invited by President George W. Bush to visit the White House again. This visit marked an important interaction between Michael Jackson and the U.S. government, showcasing his significant influence in the fields of music and culture, his contributions to charity, and his global influence. Obama has stated that he is a devoted fan of Michael Jackson, whose music accompanied him as he grew up, and he has all of Jackson's songs stored on his iPod. After Michael Jackson's passing, Obama expressed his condolences and praised him as one of the greatest entertainers in contemporary America. There was no controversy over Obama not making a formal public statement regarding Jackson's death. He privately sent a condolence letter to the Jackson family.
Yeah, you're the first person who's actually asked me about it. So, I think that Michael Jackson will go down in history as one of our greatest entertainers. I grew up on his music. Still have all his stuff on my iPod. I think that his brilliance as a performer also was paired with a tragic and, in many ways sad personal life. But I'm glad to see that he is being remembered primarily for the great joy that he brought to a lot of people through his extraordinary gifts as an entertainer.
Trump and Michael Jackson were close friends. Trump once said that he knew Michael Jackson better than anyone else. That year, Trump was 42 years old and Michael Jackson was 30 years old. The two were 12 years apart, but they were on Michael Jackson's world tour. They met backstage. Jackson's brilliance on stage was in stark contrast to his low-key and humble personality offstage, which left a deep impression on Trump. They hit it off and became close friends. In April 1990, Trump spent a huge amount of money to build the Taj Mahal Hotel opened with 1,150 rooms. In order to increase the popularity of the hotel, Trump invited Michael Jackson, who was very busy at the time, to come to help, which caused a huge sensation. However, 2 days after the opening, the AIDS boy who Jackson had been supporting died unexpectedly. Trump did not hesitate to change his schedule to accompany Jackson to the funeral, and the two would not hesitate to help each other no matter who was in need. Jackson even wrote Trump into one of his songs called Money. However, fate played a trick on him in 1993. Jackson was accused of child abuse, and his public image plummeted from a highly watched superstar to a target of public criticism. When everyone blamed Jackson, only Trump stood firmly by his side and invited Jackson to move into his Trump Tower. He also let his children spend time with Jackson, without any concerns. Trump not only supported Jackson with his actions, but also publicly defended him. He just likes children, and he is not a harmer. I am very sure of this. If you investigate the mother of the boy who sued Jackson, you'll find that she has a history of extortion. Although it was difficult to win this lawsuit, I believe he will prevail. Unfortunately, by the time the truth came out, Jackson had already passed away. The boy from back then came forward to clarify that Jackson did not harm him. It was all a lie fabricated under pressure from his father to get compensation. Later, Jackson's marriage was also questioned by outsiders. Some believed he got married to cover up his special preferences. In the face of these rumors, Trump stepped up to defend him, stating that Jackson's marriage was genuine. They honeymooned at my Mar-a-Lago estate, and the two stayed upstairs for a whole week without coming down. I don't know exactly what happened between them, but they really clicked. Even though the marriage only lasted 20 months, Trump is well aware of the ins and outs of their relationship, and he firmly believes that Jackson married out of love for the other person. Jackson died suddenly in June 2009 at the age of 50. After his death, the world began to believe in him again. He once again became that unparalleled superstar. On January 20, 2021, Trump's 4-year presidency ended. At the farewell rally on January 19, he deliberately played Michael Jackson's classic song, Billie Jean, as a farewell song. This song is not only Trump's personal favorite, it also symbolizes his special friendship with Michael Jackson.